Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm taking another look at a 2024 Hyundai KONA N-Line all-wheel drive vehicle. Now I did a full video on a black N-Line. This one is in the ultimate red metallic exterior color with a black with red accents interior. Really nice looking vehicle. It has the 235/45 Kumho tires wrapped around 19-inch alloy wheels with a gloss gray finish. And it kind of surprises a gray finish, not a black. But it also has the four-wheel disc brakes with ventilated rotors in the front, solid rotors in the back. On the N-Line I did before was all black exterior color, and you couldn't really see some of the design features sometimes because they kind of blend in. So with the ultimate red, you can see that it has these separate pieces right here, matte black and then gloss black here at the bottom and in the center there, which kind of stand out now that we have a different color besides black. Then the active grille shutters there, open and close, which kind of makes the vehicle look a little bit different in the front end when they're open. Have a night video on this, so the high and low beams are in a projector LED housing, and they work pretty good. You got to check it out. And there's some accent lights here in the front as well. So the new Hyundai key is this round egg-shaped type key and has a lock, unlock, remote start and stuff. But it's fairly lightweight and rounded. It's easy to carry with you. It's a little bit bulky, but you can just keep it in your pocket the whole time and use the vehicle. The way the proximity key system works is you can just lock the doors by putting your finger or hand here, unlock it, put your hand on the back of the handle here. So pretty straightforward. So this one just basically has the black interior. So it's nothing really standing out. It's hard touch, soft, but nothing really super soft or spectacular as far as the features here, except for the large pocket there, and then this is also enclosed, so you can use that as a pocket. Manually adjusted seats, and it has the height adjustment here, and these are fairly comfortable seats. They have the suede inserts there, perforations, and the red Alcantara. It's got you see it has a little Alcantara tag there, which is a simulated suede, but I like the red accents that they have in here as well. There's a little red accent there, but yeah, looking pretty good. Back door, pretty much the same, just hard plastics. And even where it's soft, it's like not super soft. And then here's the back seat. Has that simulated suede. And there's the car seat attachments, cup holders, armrest, all that good stuff. Got two charge ports back here, a little storage pocket there as well. There's a net pocket on the back of this seat, but not the driver's seat. The driver's seat on the back is hard plastic, same thing with here. Also has a pretty good sized sunroof in here as well. Now I have a night video showing you the taillights and all that stuff, but check out this spoiler here at the top. It's kind of interesting. Sticks up quite a bit. And the third brake light is right here, this little guy right here, and here in the middle. It has the shark fin antenna, gloss black, rear wiper, and a tail light that goes all the way across the back right here. It's pretty cool. The backup camera is in the very center right here. Could be a little bit higher, but it is, at least it's in the center. And it has two little exhaust tips here on this side. Looking pretty neat. And then it kind of has these diffuser fins right here. They're just for looks, I think. And then this one has the manual lift gate, so you just press the button to release it and lift it up. Has a pretty decent sized cargo area back here. Now the only thing I'd say about it, it doesn't have very good lighting at night, which I show in the night video. It does have this subwoofer back here, bag holders, that kind of stuff. But it also has the spare tire and tools. And you can lower this load floor down like so if you want to. But the only thing about this load floor is this carpet is like super slippery. It's like ice. And whatever I put back here is just sliding all over the place as I'm driving. It's really annoying. So if you get this vehicle, I'd highly recommend getting a rubber cargo mat to put back here. You can take this shade out. You can also fold the seats down and add to your cargo space while still maintaining passenger space. I've driven this vehicle for about 500 miles, maybe a little bit more, something like that. And I've averaged about 29.5 miles per gallon on average. So you know, it's okay. It's pretty decent, and the acceleration is okay. It's not like a fast vehicle or anything, but you're able to merge in traffic and all that stuff, and just kind of zip around, no problem. These little bumps here in the bottom of the steering wheel, sometimes I have to get used to that, because sometimes they just kind of get in the way for my style of driving. I mean, I've gotten used to it now, but it's one of those things that, you know, don't really care for. But overall, the comfort of the vehicle is good. The clear, easy to read buttons here, nothing that's hard to understand. The shifter is really nice. I like the way it's completely out of the way. We don't have any kind of like, you know, shifter getting in the way on this side. It's real easy to just kind of tilt it, put it in drive, put it in reverse, and then of course park. Backup camera works great. This one just has the backup camera. It doesn't have the 360 view and all that stuff. The screen up here is a little bit customizable. You can change different views. And I like this one because it has a digital speedometer, and you have different information there on the center. I like the way when you play a song, it shows the thumbnail here on the right side, but it also fills in the entire screen with like a zoomed in, kind of a little bit blurred out background that's from the thumbnail. So it looks pretty cool. It kind of gives you some atmosphere there on the screen when you're playing your music. Now this is a YouTube video, but I'm assuming on other platforms as well it'll do this. It's one of those kind of well-rounded type vehicles that, you know, has certain features like that little shelf over there for putting stuff on the passenger side. That's such a great feature to have. That vehicles that don't have it, seems like there's missing something once you get used to this. Now the only thing is this is hard plastic, so whatever you put in there slides around. So if that was a rubberized bottom, that would have been better. But you know, having that little shelf there is really good. And it's just easy to use this vehicle. The climate control is just very straightforward. You know, you do have the ability, this is great. You have the ability to, if you plug in a device, you can choose to charge it, press that button, or you can have it charge and connect with the system. And you can choose whether you want that. I've had issues in the past where I would plug in my device and it would force me to just pop up Android Auto and all this other stuff that I didn't want to do. All I wanted to do was charge the phone. That's all I wanted to do. So this gives you the ability to make that choice. Really nice. Has a little hidden 12-volt power supply, which some people don't use it at all, so it's nice that it's just kind of out of the way when you're not using it. This little space right here in the middle could be used a little bit better. It doesn't have any, just like that compartment there, it doesn't have any kind of, you know, rubberized bottom, so whatever you put in there, it's going to slide all around while you're driving. Same thing with the trunk. You know, you kind of need to have some kind of cargo mat that's rubberized or something that's going to, you know, solve that problem. So these compartments here, you can probably lay down some felt or, you know, put something, silicone pad or something in there. It would help out a lot with that kind of issue. Hyundai does a good job of, you know, having features that work, and you're like, wow, I'm glad it works. You know, it has the feature, but it also works. That's great. The turning radius is really good. So I can turn around in the parking lot very easy. Just turn that steering wheel and it zips right on around. So I can just go around in circles right in here. So I'm going to accelerate in sport mode, see what it's like. All right. So there's a lot of acceleration, a lot of revving up there to get up to 60. Now I'm in normal drive mode, so we'll accelerate in that. Yeah, it's a lot of revving once again in the normal drive mode, but not a huge difference between sport mode and normal mode as far as the acceleration. And it just winds out the engine. It makes me not want to accelerate that fast, you know? When you accelerate normally and you're just not like flooring it, It doesn't feel like a weak vehicle or anything. You know, normal driving is not a problem. It's just when you really try to push it, you can tell it's just the diminishing returns are significant. You know, engines whining out and all this stuff, and you're not really getting that much benefit as far as the acceleration. So yeah, normal driving, you know, you're normally not flooring it. So normal driving, it feels fine. It feels like it's, you know, because that's really what it's designed for. It's not designed to be a fast accelerating vehicle. Today's a windy day, so I do hear some wind noise, some crosswinds and stuff like that. And that's about the only noise I hear, really. There's very little road noise. The outside noises, like other vehicles, are not significant at all. And so yeah, this is and the engine as well. And if you're not revving the engine much, even when you are revving it, it's not really that loud compared to other vehicles. So this is a fairly quiet vehicle for the price range and all that stuff. I think it's as far as the sound is very, very good. You know, the crosswinds and stuff like that, a little bit of wind noise. I mean, I normally, unless there's like big wind like it is today, I normally don't hear any wind noise. Even at the highway speeds, it's not really a big deal. So overall, I think it's a quiet vehicle, and it's pretty comfortable. You know, fairly easy to get in and drive, and you know, the safety features here are well done and work well. Even the automatic high beams work really good. Kind of surprised. Usually those are an issue on some, you know, especially some brands, but Hyundai does a pretty good job. Like right now, the adaptive cruise control is set to the furthest distance, and so it's not really it's not a big deal as far as the distance here. Like, I prefer a far distance, and I like to have a little bit of adjustment. At this speed, I would say, you know, on these roads where there's no other vehicles, I think this is a good safe distance. And the lane keep assist system works well, and it doesn't fight with you. You know, some vehicles will fight with you as you're driving. This one, you know, kind of stays in a good spot in the lane. You feel a little bit of movement here and there, but it doesn't really fight you. And it seems to keep an eye on like it can see the lanes. Like some vehicles can't see the lines on the road sometimes. It's like clear as day and they can't see them, so it just turns the system off. So it's like, you know, 60% of the time it works, 40% doesn't. So in this particular case, it pretty much can see it all the time. Even if there's only one line on the road, it sees it the vast majority of the time. And then when it does see it, it works well. Another thing is, it doesn't bother you that much. You know, like some vehicles, you're holding the steering wheel and it still says, hey, you need to hold the steering wheel. So this one, you know, even if you're just kind of like cruising along and you're not gripping the steering wheel, it doesn't really bother you. And I don't think it has the grip sensors. I think it actually just is just not as sensitive or something, or it is more sensitive to you holding the steering wheel, I guess. But it doesn't bother you there. As far as, you know, the keeping your hands on the steering wheel, and it doesn't fight with you as you're driving. The lane keep assist system, the adaptive cruise control keeps you at a safe distance, and it's an all speed cruise control, so it like literally come to a complete stop. In the price range that this vehicle's in, it's kind of hard to find any major faults. It's definitely one that I would not overlook. If you're in the market for this type of vehicle, I would definitely take a test drive. Take you and your family, make sure that you're happy with all the room and all that stuff, and take it for a test drive. And I would definitely not, you know, like overlook it if you're in the market.